in today's lecture, we'll make a program to find the factorial of a number. So, as you all would be knowing that what do we mean by factorial of a number. Okay, so just suppose if I'm having 5. Okay, so if I talk about what is the factorial of 5. So, 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 and till 1. We have this. This is equals to the factorial of 5. So we can see that factorial of 5 is 120. So we have 120 over here, as we got 120 by multiplying all these values. So this is the basic logic of a factorial. So this 5 is the number itself. Then we'll subtract 1 from the number itself till the number is equals to 1. Okay, so this is the basic logic. Now we'll make a program of finding the factorial. So I'll name my class as class factorial, and then I'll save this class factorial. We'll remove the class keyword and the file name is factorial.java. Okay, now we have the public static void main function with us, having the string type argument. Okay, now as I need to find the factorial of a number, so first I need a number to take input in it, and I'll take 5 only. Here you can take any number which you want, and I need a I variable in the while loop to check whether it is greater than 1 or not, and also a fact variable to store the result. I'll also initialize it. Okay, so now if I talk about the syntax, we can see here in while loop, first is the initialization part. So we'll initialize the I variable. So I initialize I is equals to n. Okay, as you can see in this logic, first to find the factorial of a number, we need to start from the number itself. So I have stored in I is equals to n, that is the number itself. Then we'll subtract 1 from the number in each turn till the number is equals to 1, or we can say till the number is greater than 0. Okay, greater than 0. It has to be greater than 0, not equals 0. Otherwise, if we do here multiply by 0, then the whole factorial will become 0. Okay, so we don't want this thing. Okay, so we'll do it till the number is I is greater than 0. Okay, so we have the while keyword, and then the condition is till I is greater than 0. Okay, then we have the while loop. In this, we'll store in fact is equals to fact into I, and then we'll decrement I by 1, that is I minus minus. Okay, and then now we'll print the factorial system dot out dot print ln and fact. Okay, so when we solve a program, basically there are 3 steps in this. Okay, so the first is the plan, that what are we supposed to do in the end, and in this case we are supposed to find factorial of a number in the end. Second is the coding part, which we have already done, and then third is the trace or dry run. This is trace or dry run. Okay, so now here you can see in this thing what we have done is, as you can see that initially I have stored in fact 1. So here I am having the fact variable. Okay, this is the block, and I have stored 1. Now here, as fact is equals to fact into I, that means each time the value of fact will be updated. Just suppose here I am having 1 in fact. In the first turn, fact into I, and I is having 5. Here you can see I is equals to n, that means I is having 5. So in first turn it will be changed to 5, and 5 will be stored in fact. Then the next time 5 into the value, that is 4. Okay, so we'll dry run it. So I'll make memory blocks for each of the variable. Okay, so we'll make a memory block for each of the variable. As you can see, first of all I'll take an here at n is equals to 5. So this is my n variable, and initially the value is 5 inside it. The second variable is I over here. So this is the I variable. Okay, and this is the fact variable. I will denote it by fact, that is the factorial. It will store the result of factorial. Okay, that's it. These are 3 variables. Now we have initialized 3 of them, and now if we go to this step, that is I is equals to n, so we can see n is equals to 5. So in I we will have 5. Okay, now we'll go inside the while loop. We can see I is greater than 0. Yes, I is greater than 0 here, as 5 is greater than 0. Then we'll execute this step, that is fact is equals to fact into I. You can see we have in fact 1. So fact into I is 5 will be stored in fact. So the value of fact is updated to 5. Now we'll decrement I. So the I is now 4. Now we'll again go and check the condition over here. Yes, I is greater than 0, as 4 is greater than 0. Then the value of fact is again fact into I, that is 5 into 4, 20. Okay. Now we'll decrement I, that is 3. Now we'll again go and check the condition. Yes, 3 is greater than 0. Then we'll update the value of fact, that is fact into I, that means 3 into 20 is 60. Okay. Now we'll decrement I by 1, that means now I is 2. Now again we'll check the condition. Yeah, 2 is greater than 0, so we'll update the value of fact, that is 60 into 2, that is 120. Okay, now we'll decrement I. So I is now 1. Okay, so I decremented I. Now we'll again check the condition. Yes, 1 is greater than 0, so we'll update the value of fact, that is fact into I, which means 120 into 1 is again equals to 120. And now we'll decrement I. So now I is updated to 0. Now we'll again go and check the condition in this while loop, that is I is greater than 0, and here the condition is false, as 0 is not greater than 0. Okay, not greater than 0. 0 is not greater than 0, so the condition is false. So we'll now come out of while loop and we'll print the results in fact. So as you can see here, in fact we were having 120, so 120 will be printed. Okay, so we'll run this program. Okay, so we have the compile command, that is javac, and file name is factorial.java. Run command is java and class name is Factorial. Okay, we got an exception over here. Right, public static void main and string args class must extend. Just a second. Here if I change this to and I save the program again. Okay, and then I run this.